crowds have gathered bright and early with all types of antiques and collectibles. First up, we're over to Mark Stevens' table, where a father and son team are hoping this deal will be plain sailing.
Right, you've brought me two lovely pictures here. Can you tell me anything about them? How did you come by them?
My father owns house clearance companies up and down the area, and this came out of one of the clearances we did a few months ago. I liked them at the time, took them home with us so I could have them. My girlfriend isn't like that sort of thing, so I didn't bother reframing them or anything, so I thought I'd use them as an excuse to come here today.
Right, we know they're watercolours.
Yep.
And they've been painted by a gentleman called Mr. H.A. Bennett.
Yep.
The one here is HMS Prince Margaret.
Yep.
And the one here is HMS Paris.
Yep.
Now, I've managed to do a little bit of research.
Yep.
And what I can find out, they were both troop ships.
Right.
This one, the Prince Margaret, was actually used to go to Rigard, which is now in Latvia, to pick up the Russians in the Bolshevik Revolution.
Right.
And it was actually sent there to bring them back.
Right.
So it's got quite a good history to it. I couldn't find out too much about this one.
Right.
I tried to find out, but there's not much information. It is very hard to find out. Possibly if you went to the Naval Records, you could find out a lot more.
Right.
They're quite nice quality. Unfortunately, there is some damage to the pictures. If we look at this one in particular, there's water damage. And if you look down here, can you see the staining?
Yeah, the frame's gone into it.
That's right, where the frame's damaged, water's got in.
Yeah.
It hasn't affected the picture, which is a real plus.
Yeah.
But, you know, it needs work on it. They need a little bit of money spent on them.
Sure.
It's really a matter of what they're worth. I mean, if we do have a deal, what are you actually going to do with the money?
That's a new helicopter.
New helicopter, Harry?
Yeah.
Well, I'd better put some good money on the table, because I know helicopters cost a lot of money, don't they? Right, let's see what we got. Right, here we go. 20, 40, 60, 80, £100. What do you think, Dean?
I think we can squeeze a bit more out of you,
A bit more?
Hell yeah.
He's looking the way he's looking at me. You're making my heart melt. I've got to put some more on the table now.
That's it.
You're going to get more money?
That's
right,
well,
you've said that. Do you know what? I'm going to put another one of these on the table to make it £120. Now, how does that sound? What's your answer?
What do you think?
Well, just before you give an answer, it's Dean and Harry, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. They're both in agreement 1 to 200. The subject matter is desirable, being, of course, are they military ships, these? That might help them. So it's pretty even at the moment. What's on the table is a decent offer. You might get a little bit more by going to auction, but you need to be bold and you need to be adventurous and you need to gamble.
Okay.
So, there's 120 on the table there. What do you think, Dean?
I think we can squeeze another 20 and we can have a deal.
Another £20? What do you think, Harry?
Squeeze another 20.
All right, I'm going to put one more on just for you. There you go. £140. Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
Thank you very much, Dean. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harry.
One deal, one sale. We're off to a great start. Galloping over to Carandalmeni now, where Rachel has rounded up a small herd of china.
We have here a collection of horses. And I think most people are going to know by now, looking at them, what the factory is. But we better remind them which is...
Beswick.
Beswick, the famous Beswick horses, as they like to say. Do you like them?
I do, especially the white ones. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, the grey. It's lovely with the foal here.
Yeah.
So it's something you've inherited, or...?
Well, they were my nan's, and she passed away 5 years ago. And since then, they've been in a box in my mum's house.
Yeah.
So we thought now's the time to sort of do something about it, because they're not nice in a box.
So we've got what? We've got 4 bays, and we've got 2 greys, one of which is a foal. That one's really sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cute black legs.
Yeah, it's a little cart horse foal by the looks of it.
Okay.
But I think this one, as I sat down, I noticed something on this one. And if we turn this upside down, we can in fact see quite clearly there the Beswick mark, so we know where we are. I just wish, Rachel, you'd come to me a few years ago, because I'd have been a bit more bullish.
Were they more popular then?
Yeah, they should be worth more, and they were worth more. So, but I will try and put some money down, and we'll see where I particularly. This one's right in front of me, and I particularly like the grey. Right, okay. There's £40 on the table. I can feel it already.
I was expecting more, yes.
Fully expected you to say that. It's not a lot of money, is it? I wish it was more. I'll try again, £50, and I'm afraid, Rachel, that's where I'm at.
Right, okay. How do you think they do at auction? Do you think there's a better market
Well,
at
there's
auction?
only one way to find out. That's all I can say. Have you been to auctions before?
No.
No?
No.
Would you like the experience? And David will look after you.
Could you do just a little bit more, and then I think I'd probably take the money.
Rachel, I will put a note in. It's not very much. Another £5 on the pot, so that's 55. It's not a lot of money.
I think I'll take the money.
You're quite sure? I don't
Yeah.
want you to be disappointed.
No, I think I'll take that.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Well,
thank
thank you
you.
very much, and thanks for the
Thank
deal,
you.
Rachel.
Over at Brenda Haller's table, Caroline's brought in an unusual print.
Hi Carolyn, how are
Hello,
you?
fine, thank you. Nice
Jolly
to meet you.
good. And
Thank you.
now we have a psychedelic poster.
Yep.
Tell me where you got this from.
I bought it in a flea market about 20 years ago.
Okay, in this country?
Yes.
Because do you have an American accent or
Canadian.
Canadian. And tell me a bit more about it. What do you know about it?
I sort of learned a bit more about it when I brought it here. They said it's
right.
related to Oz magazine. And it's Sgt. Pepper's and the Beatles,
Yep.
1967.
It almost
So-
looks handmade, doesn't it? Here, where the gilt writing is.
Yeah.
It's almost sort of childlike, the writing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have this very cute face, which is iconic, really.
Yeah.
And it's the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper and his Lonely Heart Club Band. But it has June, is that June the 1st, 1967? Wow. I mean, I've seen the actual album sleeves themselves. Not quite the same, is it?
No.
No. So obviously, you know, this was just a poster advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The album.
Yeah. It's interesting. You know, this isn't something I've ever seen before, and
Right.
it's just a little poster. But some of
Yeah.
these things go for a lot of money. Some fool you, and they don't. So
Yeah.
this is gamble time
Right, okay.
for both of us.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. 10, 20, £30.
Well, no, I won't accept £30.
Right. Are we a long way away?
Yes.
We are a long way away.
Yeah.
Are we talking over £100?
Thereabouts.
Thereabouts. What I'm willing to do is put a little bit more down on the table. I will go to £50, and that's where I want to leave it. But I do think you'd be better off at auction having a wider audience. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, I think I will take it to auction, but thank you
Okay.
very much for your offer.
All right,
It was
lovely
nice
to meet you.
And you,
Lovely
thank
to
you.
meet you.
Now, on the dealer's day, Caroline brought along an unusual 1960s psychedelic poster. It had a female head on it, and below were written the words, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. £80 to £120 is the estimation. Is it going to make it? Let's find out.
There we go, lot number 105 is the 1960s psychedelic poster. There we go, who's going to start me at what? £50 for it? 50 £50 in one. Unusual lot, 50 in the room, 50 60 anywhere else now. At 50 bids, 60 55 on the net, 55 on the net, 55 60 in the room, 60 5 now, 65 on the net, 70 in the room, 70 in the room, 75 now. 75, bid 80 now, no, at 75 bid, 80 or not now, at 75 put a bid, any more now, at 75, I'll take 78 then, 78 bid, at 78 bid, 80 now to a C, 80 surely, at 78 bid, 80 at 80 bid, 82 now surely, £80 bid and 2 now may I say, at £80 a bid, 2 surely, no at 80 it's on the internet, then you're out in the room, make no mistake, you can have one more if you like at 2, no, selling then at £80.
The gamble has just gone down at £80 for the 60s psychedelic poster. Take away the commission, 68 quid. I think that was a bargain. That was the real deal.
Caroline will be pleased. David Ford's a man who can sniff out a good deal. So what will he make of these next items?
Hi, Annalise.
How do you do, David?
Lovely to meet you. I'm David. And you've brought me in, they look like scent bottles, really.
Research.
So how did you come to own these? What?
I have inherited it's from family.
Oh, they're family things.
Yeah.
So what's made you decide now to bring them in to me to sell?
I thought I would reduce my...
Clutter.
That's right.
Stuff.
That's right.
They're pretty, aren't they?
Yes, it intrigued me, well,
I don't
definitely.
think... I mean, neither of them are English.
No.
They're certainly continental. This is almost certainly silver, but because they're continental, they don't have any nice, clear hallmarks.
Yes.
But very pretty and very Art Nouveau in style, which is about 1900, 1910. So that's the sort of date.
Oh, yes.
Art Nouveau things are always based on that sort of organic look, you know, plant forms, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And this one, similarly, this is green glass with this Art Nouveau design of mount, which I think are very pretty. I think they're scent bottles, so they would originally have had stoppers in here.
Oh, I see.
I think they're perfume bottles to go on a nice dressing table or something like that, but somewhere along the line the little stoppers have gone, and that's a shame because they're going to be difficult to find stoppers to fit these.
Yes.
So have you any thoughts on how much you'd like for them, Annalise?
Well, I'll let you know when you offer me some for it.
You'll let me... That's very nice of you. OK, well, I'll get some money out and let's see where we go, shall we?
Yeah.
£30 for that one. And £20 for that one. £50. Not much of a reaction, Annalise.
No,
You're not thrilled.
No.
You're not jumping up and down with excitement.
No.
Here comes David. He's going to give us some good advice.
Well, you know,
yeah.
one of those in particular, I look at it and I think, what a pretty little overlaid silver vase.
Yeah.
Could it be Lurtz?
No.
Well, it's kind of Lurtz style. The other one doesn't have quite the same oomph as that one.
Yeah.
120 to 180 is where the independents are. Perhaps that's a little bit on the ambitious side, but I think 50 has got to be on the low side.
I think it's very nice. I mean, I don't think it's Lurtz, and I think the estimate is quite high, that.
Well, let's say it's Lurtz style. It's art glass. That is silver, David, by the way.
Oh, is that...
You know, that's silver.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's overlaid over art glass.
Oh.
It's got a lot of style, a lot of Art Nouveau about it. It really is a super little lot. I think 50 is a bit on the low side, so I think you and we can have a day out at the auction. We might do a bit better than that.
Thank you, David.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll leave my 20 there for that.
Yeah.
And I will give you 50 for that. So that's £70 for the two. And that's my offer.
Put another 5 on here.
Annalise, I sound as though I'm being mean. I'm not. That's, I think, a fair bid. Enough for me for 2 little bottles.
I think I call it a deal.
We're going to shake hands?
Yeah, shake hands.
OK. All right, Annalise, thank you.
Thank you,
So what are you going to do with the money?
Spend it.
Hey, that's the best thing to do, isn't it? Absolutely.
I take it and I spend it.
Good. I think they're quite nice. Again, I don't think I stole them. I got them at a price I think that was fair, but they're nice things and I'm pleased to have them.